I think the phrase late-stage capitalism is very optimistic. I've kind of changed my mind about this. I used to think that capitalism would destroy itself, that collapse would be the salvation of our species, that we would stop destroying and exploiting and extracting because we just couldn't do it anymore, or we wouldn't survive. But now I see actually no end to what can be converted into money. Economic growth means that you take something that had been in nature or a relationship between human beings and you turn it into a good or a service. So you turn trees into lumber, mountains into coal, you turn children running around outside into daycare centers. You turn people cooking for each other into restaurants. You turn people healing each other with herbs into hospitals. All of these things are a conversion of some aspect of community into money or nature into money. And something is gained in that way, but something is lost too, the things that you cannot measure. Food cooked in a restaurant, is a little bit different. Doesn't have that feeling, that taste of mother's cooking, Clothes that are made in a factory are missing something compared to something that someone who loves you makes for you. Okay. And what still remains to be converted into a service is the mind itself, intelligence itself. It's happening already. We use GPS all the time and you lose your sense of direction and you no longer are able to learn an area. When you outsource summarizing a document to AI, then a whole capacity of understanding is outsourced to a machine. Even if you use a camera to photograph something, you're not exercising the noticing part of your brain, and you have a photograph instead of a memory. You think that you have a photograph in order to have memories, but it's quite the opposite. And what I'm saying is that there's a lot left. This is why AI is the biggest economic growth sector that there is. Economic growth means you have to find something that people still do for themselves, take it away and sell it back to them. That sounds pretty dark. That's the dark side. I mean, you could say the same thing about writing. When writing was invented, people became incapable of feats of memory that were once normal. It used to be normal to hear hour-long epic poem and to be able to recite it verbatim. That was normal. A lot of people could do that. But we can't say writing is a bad thing. It also opens up new psychologies and new forms of expression and new social, organization. So it's not a bad thing, right? So it's ends up being a choice. And to make a different choice, we need to value the things that money does not denominate, which are the things that cannot be quantified, which is the qualitative things like mother's cooking, or the intangible intimacy of taking care of each other's children and making things for each other and praying together, and the value of silence, of quiet, of being able to see the stars. All of these things. When we begin to recognize those as valuable and important, then we are motivated to make a different choice. Yeah, but capitalism will not save us from itself.